First, I want to thank you, Chairman, for hosting this very important hearing. So many have waited for to ensure that we are doing our due diligence to distribute the funds in D.C. where the funds are equitable and residents feel like they are part of Washington, D.C. I want to thank Mayor Bowser, Mr. DeWitt, Mr. Young, Ms. Reed, and their team for assembling this budget for 2020. My staff and I are reviewing the budget that came out on Wednesday. I would like to personally thank you, Mayor Bowser, for the initiatives you put forth that support my vision for Ward 8 and also the residents' vision for Ward 8. I'm happy to report to our senior, I'm having a Ward 8 senior social that's taking place right now. And I'm happy to report to the seniors that you, Mayor Bowser, have been very diligent in ensuring that the $11 million in funding for a new senior wellness center has been expedited so that work will begin this year with a target date of completion in the next fiscal year. The $1 million for a 24-hour mobile crisis outreach team to provide crisis services for residents is a service much needed in Ward 8. I'm also excited to report that funding for a new recreation center at Douglas has been included in this budget. The Henson Ridge and other surrounding communities in Alabama Avenue are in dire need of a center that meet their needs. I want to thank Mayor Bowser and her team for putting $16 million into this facility. Expanding opportunities for recreation activities for residents is essential to my vision for Ward 8. We have two other recreation centers in the pipeline as well, Anacostia and Congress Heights. Public safety has been a priority of mine, as you know, for quite some time, particularly advocating for funding for violence intervention and prevention and strong mental health and trauma responses to violent incidents. In the last budget, I worked with my colleagues to help get the dollars up, including you, Mayor Bowser. I'm happy that you included $2.5 million in your proposal and $1 million for a 24-hour mobile crisis outreach team that provide crisis services, yet I know we can do much, much more. I want to thank you also for the micro grants. We want to ensure that small businesses in Ward 7 and 8 have a chance to participate in economic growth in the city, and sometimes it's hard for them. So this grant goes to the DREAM grant that will be placed in DSLBD that awards small businesses up to $10,000 in grant funding. Also want to note the access to $3 million for Wi-Fi for Ward 5, 7, and 8 residents is very important to us. I'm also pleased that we are on a road to open a new Bard School east of Anacostia River that will allow students to graduate with an associate's college degree and a high school diploma, and funding for new community in schools in the district. And two of those schools include Anacostia and Blue Senior High School. There are a number of concerns we have about the cuts in education. My staff and I are researching and looking to see how we can be more supportive in increasing funding for our schools. Additionally, $1.6 million is designated to stand up 6 new community schools. While I'm proud of these investments, including the increase to Housing Production Trust Fund, I still believe that we must do more to address the challenges for Washingtonians who are struggling to prosper and struggling to stay in our city. When I analyzed the budget, we were looking to see whether the budget is an equitable one, a budget where more funds are allocated to those who are in considerable need. And I believe we are on that path, but we can do a lot more. On that note, to have growth and wealth in the district shared in an equitable manner, we must support legit CBEs and SBEs, especially those minority companies who hire from the District of Columbia. We must find funding to provide targeted services to connect Ward 7 and 8 residents to home ownership programs specifically, to increase mentorship opportunities, particularly in most challenged schools. We must support nonprofits who are doing the hard work that government don't do every day. In closing, the budget reflects the values and priorities of the district. The current proposed budget shows a good faith effort, and I look forward to working with you and also my council colleagues to see what we can do to get a shot at this fair shot, especially those in need in Ward 7 and 8 and other wards of the city. I want to thank you, Mayor Bowser. I think this is a good budget. I look forward to making this budget better with my colleagues. And I won't be able to stay the whole hearing because I think we have a Ward 8 meeting with the seniors, but thank you.